Janine is on the phone with that person, and she's getting ready to leave. It's right before the, would you like to have something to eat with me? It's right before that, you know. She's on the phone.
Get his address from the W-2.
Well, just don't go in there. They won't be able to get to you after the new year, till after the new year. That's what she says. So there's another one of those.
Don't shut it off. I'm warning you.
Welcome to Strange Glow Videos. Well, that's what I heard.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your team?
Hosted by Alec, Justin, and Nick.
Well, that's what I heard.
Hey, welcome back to Strange Glow Video. My name is Justin, and joining me as always is the beautiful and bold Nick. And then there's the sleek and sophisticated Alec. How you guys doing?
I got introduced first.
I know.
And you got you got the beautiful title. That's a little fucked up. I think I'm the beautiful one of the group. I'm the. Look at this. Come on.
If you say so.
Got the purple hat on. Although the lighting in here is shit, so you can't probably tell. Looks just white or some shit.
I don't think Nick has any light on in his room. Looks like he's like at the other end of it.
Light.
Nick, you're really gonna hate this. You're really gonna hate this, but you got Tim Pool vibes tonight.
Have what?
Tim Pool vibes tonight. If you know who that is.
Sounds familiar. Well, know who it is.
He's a right-wing streamer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Nick's sitting around in the dark trolling people.
There's a lamp on. And the TV, big TV on right here.
He's just notorious for always wearing a beanie, which I realize I'm doing tonight too. So,
well, actually, the new light bulb in that lamp is dimmer than what I normally have.
You need to get yourself a ring light for recording from home.
I have a ring light.
It'll work better for your OnlyFans too.
Everybody's listening to this anyway.
That's not the punchline you think it is.
No, I'm saying he'd have better content if he had better lighting. That's all I'm saying. He's got to step up his game. I can't hardly see what he's doing over there. And I'm paying good money for it, so I want to see.
So what's the topic tonight?
Is Ghostbusters 2 a Christmas movie or a New Year's movie?
New Year's. Good night, everybody.
Pretty much. But
yeah, New Year's hands down.
I agree. But I did watch it tonight in preparation for this. And I don't have a lot of notes. I took a half a page of notes, just specifically notes regarding this topic. Because what are we going to say about Ghostbusters 2? We did a commentary last year.
I was going to say, we already did a feature-length commentary here.
So check out that commentary too.
Where we probably already answered this question.
Yeah, but not in this great of detail, I don't think. At least as far as my notes go.
That commentary is still free on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't even have to Patreon us.
No, we usually do commentaries on our Patreon, though. If you're interested in that, there is a link below.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check that out and join us there.
Let's go down on my notes real quick, one by one. This probably won't be a real long video, guys, but we'll see what we can do. First thing that's brought up is New Year's Eve on World of Psychic.
Yep. And Valentine's Day. So this is really the holiday Ghostbusters movie. You can't exclude that.
It's equally a Valentine's Day movie as it is a Christmas movie.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that, but whatever. It's fine.
It's equal because it's neither.
So the next thing is you see in Egon's little workplace when Dana goes to see him, a little Christmas tree with ornaments and stuff on it.
The first fourth or third of the movie takes place about Christmas. Most of the movie takes place after Christmas.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, they never really established the timeline of how long this all takes or transpires over.
Right. I imagine it's like,
Well, no, because
The
most
thing
of the
is-
movie is most of the movie is right before New Year's. You know this just based on
honestly, the whole movie could take
context.
place right after Christmas if you really wanted to
Also,
push it. But the montage makes it seem like, there's a week-long period at least in there.
Well,
So
when they go to Dana's apartment, her calendar is turned to November, so the movie actually starts kind of in November, but then there's a big time jump. There should be a bigger time jump to get their business started up again, but still.
well, that's interesting because regardless of that time jump,
Her calendar might have been not turned to December yet, but still.
And getting a court date that quick would be pretty unheard of. Like, right?
all right,
even
you're getting
back
way
then.
ahead of me here.
All right, go ahead, Alec.
That stuff isn't realistic at all. Yeah.
So the Christmas tree in Egon's workplace. So that's a point for New Year's and a point for Christmas so far in terms of mentions.
Got a Christmas tree up. It could be October.
Little Christmas tree and raise a colt.
Oh yeah.
When he answers the phone, there's a little glass one, I think.
Oh, with a little
It's
acrylic
just on
bulbs
his
on it.
desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks sick as fuck. I like it.
The movie takes place around Christmas. Doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
That's enough of a Christmas movie vibe to me because
That's a setting.
that's
The
fine.
story is not about Christmas at all.
Irrelevant because you would say, what's a snow movie? That's the
snow movie?
same thing almost. Like not in regards to Christmas, but like it's a setting, not a theme.
It's irrelevant
I
to
mean?
the plot.
All right,
But you
keep
could
going.
still
Alec.
say it's a snow movie. Regardless. So that's the little Christmas tree and raise a cult. And then next up
Next
there
Ghostbusters
is
movie is a snow movie.
there is a wreath on Dana's door. You can't hardly see it, but it is a green like garland wreath or whatever with a red bow on it.
All right.
And then obviously the most famous Christmas reference is the montage scene with the Christmas hats, which you have to assume that they're
Yes.
saying time is passing through Christmas here. That's what they're saying by them wearing Christmas hats. So they are that's Christmas is sometime during that montage. That's how I
Assuming
take
so.
it. Anyway.
Yes.
No, I actually disagree with that. Just based on the next scene when Peter mentions Christmas boutique item, I think it's still not yet Christmas in the next scene.
There are more Christmas references. Santa outside the museum, ringing his bell.
Okay. Yeah.
Bankman's apartment. He also has a Christmas tree. It's one of those silver ones. It's all silver
He
and it's
probably
about
leaves his
a
up
foot
all
or two
year.
tall.
Though. He never takes his decorations down.
Either way,
That's still there.
It was there when he moved in.
Probably.
so far we've mentioned New Year's Eve once. Next up, Vigo.
Well, yeah, you don't talk
Make-
about New Year's till after Christmas.
I'm not
Counterpointing.
asking. I don't need a counterpoint. I'm just pointing out facts. It is a fact that I've only mentioned New Year's once or now twice because Vigo mentions the New Year and the season of evil and all that shit and how the New Year is when it's important.
Season of evil. Wife to you and mother to me.
You think Vigo already tried this in China? Because the Chinese New Year is different.
No, the painting was stored in New York, and we don't know where it was before it came out of the basement.
It could have been in China.
Could have been.
So Janine is on the phone with that person and she's getting ready to leave. It's right before would you like to have something to eat with me? It's right
I
before
can-
that, she's
I
on
can
the
get his
phone.
address from the W-2.
Well, just don't go in there. They won't be able to get to you after the new year, till after the new year. That's what she says. So there's another one of those. There's a Santa blow mold at the police station.
Yeah.
And it's like in the background. He says that Titanic just arrived.
Mm-hmm.
A blow mold?
Yeah. You know what a blow mold is? Those plastic ones that light up.
Yeah.
Before they went to all inflatables now.
Speaking of,
They're not all
I saw
inflatables now.
someone-
Blow molds are back, baby. They have lots of new ones now. You just have to find them. And
I saw someone driving around with one of those in their passenger seat lit up last night.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
And that was after Christmas. Therefore, supporting that could happen after Christmas.
well, I'm not saying that the day after Christmas they take down the blow mold. I'm just pointing out all the references to Christmas. I'm not even arguing it, obviously. I already told you I agree with you. Lewis says Happy New Year when he's running around the corner to get on the bus after he's in the uniform,
Yeah.
right before he talks to
Yeah.
Slimer.
Because we know that's New Year's Eve.
Yeah, so it obviously climaxes for New Year's, and you have that, and then you have Venkman saying Happy New Year. Happy
Mhm.
New Year! And then the last reference is the crowd doesn't look very New Year's-y until after Statue of Liberty shows up and they're singing outside, and then they all have party hats and the fucking things and the,
Yeah.
dumb shit.
All the party hats, the blowers, all the decor.
Overall, I saw 6 references to Christmas and 4 to New Year's Eve. But
Besides
obviously,
fact
the
that
plot is more tied to New Year's Eve, though. That's where it all comes down to, is the climax at the end.
The villain's plot is tied to New Year's. Yeah.
Home Alone climaxes like Christmas morning. Home Alone 2 climaxes Christmas morning. Doesn't take place during Christmas. Takes place during Christmas time, if you can argue that.
Yeah. Christmas Eve movies, really, right? Yeah, I mean, the fact that the final act of this movie basically takes place on New Year's Eve as they're doing all this, that kind of really sets the tone straight for the story being a New Year's movie. And there's not a lot of necessarily like straightforward New Year's movies out there, I mean, that are just about like a New Year's Eve party or something like that.
Poseidon Adventure.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I said there's not a lot, but I mean, that's not to say they don't exist.
That's the only. I'm saying that's the only one I can think of.
Poseidon, the remake.
Mm-hmm.
What's that movie? Strange Days or whatever. It's like the Millennium New Year's. Well, technically not, but it's 2000 New Year.
There's some other New Year's
You guys
movies.
ever
I'm
see
having trouble think of them, but Four Rooms.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
probably my favorite New Year's Eve movie. Really, when you think about it.
Yeah, I forgot
Solid.
about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I mean, I think we all agree that Ghostbusters 2 pretty much lands on New Year's Eve, even though it takes place throughout the holiday season, just based on all the background stuff, which is interesting that the Ghostbusters movies all have taken place over an undisclosed period of time. The first movie's that way, the second movie's that way, 2016's that way. Afterlife seems like it's way more condensed because Egon dies, and then they're there within a few days, I'd imagine, or within a week or whatever, and then things transpire pretty quickly from there. It seems like the pacing just doesn't feel like it's as drawn out as the other movies. So we'll see what Frozen Empire does.
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna have the 2 montages that the first 2 Ghostbusters films have, which is like the going back into business and then the monster montage, basically. The Afterlife only had like the monster montage, and I think that this one will obviously only have that too, and we don't need the first montage, and it's irrelevant because we don't need that passing of time. I think Frozen Empire is going to do the same thing in terms of time. It's not going to need a montage that shows passing of time, just a montage that's like, look at all the monster ghosts and cool shit and frozen fucked
Because I imagine this movie is going to start with the fun action sequence of them catching a ghost, just to kind of show that like they're up and running, they're operational, things are going well. Like, to me, that's just how you open this film.
And there it is. Now we're talking about Frozen Empire and speculating.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. Speaking of speculation, though, it looks like the Hasbro toys are looking pretty exciting. Those were all over the internet this weekend. They're found in a toy store in Austin, Texas, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's interesting. They aren't calling them
California and
anything.
Texas always gets this shit. Do what?
Yeah, they're not calling them
There's
the Fright Features line, but they look identical as far as the design and concept as the
Yeah.
They're
Which
the
is
same
kind of-
size, right? Like the
Yeah.
same size line.
I think when you look at the packs, they're identical, is what I've seen people pointing out,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what it looked like. So, and I'm good with that. I really like that line. That's actually one of my favorite lines that came out for the movie.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Plasma series just because we got the new characters in there, but just having something that was in the wheelhouse of the Kenner Real Ghostbusters without retreading that and like doing silly coloring and all that kind of stuff. They just did something that was kind of true to the movie. So excited to see where that goes. Did you guys get any Ghostbuster stuff for Christmas at all?
Nope.
Nope. I got one thing here, which is kind of funny because I had a pair of these as a little kid. Basically looked almost identical to this style. Just a pair of Ghostbuster socks. Yeah, I got a pair of those. It's basically
Crazy.
identical to that from when I was a kid. I was like, huh, that's kind of wild.
Did you get some
It's-
underoos too?
Underoos? No, I don't wear underwear.
Did they have Ghostbusters underoos?
I don't know. That's one thing I haven't come across on eBay, but I'm sure if someone had some, they would be selling them on eBay.
I can't
And
remember if
that's kind of one of those
I had
things like you
Ghostbusters
can't.
on my underwear.
It's just one of those things you can't really go and vintage collect, and you shouldn't. I just think that's like kind of
Brown stain.
crossing some lines there, like in many ways. So I'm glad I've never come across that on eBay.
I draw the line at children's bedding. Like I have a Power Rangers blanket in that real Ghostbusters sleeping bag. That's as far as I'll go.
Well, I have my real Ghostbusters sleeping bag from when I was a kid, and that's the only reason I have it. I wouldn't necessarily go search for a used one. You know,
I don't sleep in it or anything, but
you're not sleeping with it, are you? You set yourself up for that. So we do have a lot of new stuff coming up now that we're kind of getting back to our regular schedule here. So expect to see more stuff coming out. And speaking of New Year's Eve, that's when the Carpathian
it's
old
Viggy.
Viggy, yeah, the old Viggy goes up for pre-sale over at Phantasm Toys, and that's a beautiful sculpt. I love that. So I'm gonna need to get a toy baby doll and a little Winnie the Pooh outfit for it.
I'm gonna try to get the smaller one with
Yeah,
the little the stand or whatever. That looks sick.
Yeah, their larger sculpts look amazing, but with my limited display space, I'm gonna go with the line that matches well and photos well with the Plasma and Matty Collector series. So, all right, fellas, what else you guys got? Anything exciting going on in your world you want to share with the internet? God damn, you guys are boring.
We're broke.
Yeah, that does suck, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This is like I didn't get a crazy amount for the holidays this year, and I'm good with that. But I'm just like, okay, there's just so many new toys coming. It's like, okay, we got to work up for the new stuff. Figure out where we're going to display it all.
Really re-releasing the Firehouse?
There's a lot of speculation around that based on like people deep diving into the Hasbro video they showed that everything they had in that display case has been re-released or is pending re-release. So the only thing not like completely confirmed was the Firehouse. But I'm kind of torn on that though, because if they're going to re-release that, I hope that doesn't prevent them from releasing a Fright Features, like the new style figures, the new kids line. I hope they get a Firehouse for that line. Because the Kenner Firehouse is cool, but I feel like so many people have it. It's like you almost just need to resell the accessories for it. And I would say just save people money. Just sell me the pieces I'm missing.
Would they sell it in stores considering the size of it?
That's the other thing. I don't know. I feel like that would almost be a direct ship or something else because, yeah, to your point, that does take a lot of shelf space for that box.
Weird.
What do you think?
Yeah,
Any
a different Firehouse would be cool.
Well, I mean, if you look at how well the Lego Firehouse did and the Playmobil Firehouse, I think people really like those. So to get another one that's not the same old song and dance, I think it would be pretty cool. And then the Fright Features line, I'm kind of torn on. Like, I was telling Alec the other day, Nick, that I've already got the Ray figure from the Fright Features on an unpunched card vintage. So I'm like, do I even go get a new version of that, or do I just get the ones I don't have? Like, you know,
Yeah, I think I have all of them open.
yeah, I've got a fair amount. I think the Fright Features line, I think I have most of. So I'm missing accessories and things like that. But you know,
I
see
don't
what
have them
happens.
complete or anything. I have like 2 or 3 of them though.
Well, and they had the Janine Fright Features line figure missing from the cards we've seen so far. So, like, how are you going to do part of the line if that's not the full wave?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I guess we can wrap this thing up. So, Ghostbusters 2 is for sure a New Year's Eve movie. There's no arguing it ever at all. It's not allowed. It is proven. This is fact-based, peer-reviewed science. It's proven. It's done. Case closed forever till the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
All right, that's it then.
And Die Hard
Subscribe.
is not a Christmas movie.
Actually,
even-
a film historian just contradicted you, Nick.
That doesn't matter. It's just his opinion. The director and the star said it's not. So
The director, I don't recall ever saying
And-
that.
yeah, he did. You can look it up. And Christmas is not a critical component of the plot.
Yes, it is. We're
Yeah,
not
'cause of
arguing
John
this. That's
McClane.
the only reason he's
Yeah.
out there.
It could have been a fucking Halloween party. It could have been a New Year's party.
He would not have come out to see his kids for New Year's or Halloween is the point. He flew out there for Christmas to see his kids on Christmas.
It could have been
The
their
only
birthday.
That's the only argument you can make, but also Home Alone could have taken place anytime too. They could have just flown out of town.
Besides, something being the catalyst for an event does not make it the primary point of the movie. The movie was about a terrorist takeover of a building, not Christmas.
Gizmo could have been a birthday gift.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas vacation could have been summer vacation.
He could have been there for Easter.
Thanksgiving vacation.
A Christmas story
Yeah,
could have been
exactly.
an Easter story. A Wonderful
But it's
Life
about
could have
Christmas.
been on 4th of
It's
July.
about Christmas, though. It's about Christmas, though.
Born on the 4th of July could have been on Christmas.
It could have.
Fuck it.
But Die Hard isn't about Christmas, so it's not a Christmas movie.
We ain't arguing this. It is. There's 2 against 1. You're voted out.
Yes. You're wrong. We
did
can't see
not
you
receive a
anyway.
rose.
You're in the dark, naked, and it's weird, and you
You
lose.
are the weakest
Good day,
link.
sir.
I'm not naked.
That's you usually worry when you're on that couch.
I'm not wearing pants, but
Oh, okay. Naked.
Donald Duck.
Not naked.
but I did want to point out how weird and obsessive it is that people have to like try to make things a Christmas movie. Like if you have to like debate whether or not it is, it probably isn't.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think to me, Ghostbusters 2 is nowhere near on the same scale of a debate as like Die Hard. Because Die Hard does actually take place at a Christmas party on Christmas Eve. Ghostbusters 2 takes place during the Christmas season in general. There's no particular day that's
Yeah,
Christmas or any real references.
These people
So it's
that want to
definitely
make these people that want to make Ghostbusters 2 a Christmas movie are just one of the worst examples of the stupidity.
If
Well-
anything, if you want to do anything, just start calling them alternative Christmas movies because that's the best way to do it. Because things like Batman Returns,
And-
Less Than Zero.
Yeah, and some movies are such Christmas movies that you don't really watch them except during the holidays. Like I don't.
Well, I
unless
feel
you're
like
someone who's just so obsessed with Christmas that you're in the Christmas spirit all year long. But
I feel like that's why the debate happens though, because people want to watch Die Hard around the holidays just because they have.
well, you can because you can watch it all year long.
Yeah, but it's the settings and the things around going on in the movie that make people watch a lot of movies around the holidays that aren't specifically a Christmas
Die
movie,
Hard-
right?
Like if we did an episode like this with Die Hard, the amount of evidence would be insane because there's so much like Christmas music and like the ho ho
Because it
ho.
takes
Now I have a
place-
machine gun.
That just means it takes
Exactly.
place at Christmas. That doesn't make it a Christmas movie.
Do you hear the words you're saying?
So then Home Alone's not a Christmas movie either then.
But Home Alone's about Christmas.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's about a
It's
kid
about a
defending
kid
his
being
school.
home alone.
He
Nope.
gets left home from the family vacation. It has nothing to do with Christmas. Christmas is not central to the plot in any way, shape, or form.
All right, then Home Alone's not a Christmas movie.
Okay, then. All right, as long as we agree. I'm just going by
But at
your
least it was-
logic here and applying
But
it
at
in
least it
different
was
ways.
made to be a Christmas movie. The
Well, to my
director
point,
or
people
whatever-
enjoy watching that around the holidays.
Mm.
I don't want to spend the holidays dead.
So
Keep
Batman
arguing with
Returns,
me.
Nick.
I think there's more Christmas in Home Alone than Die Hard too. There's just more.
You're
Christmas
ignoring
stuff.
Batman Returns here?
He's just going to leave that one
Batman
there.
Returns. Batman Returns just takes place at Christmas also.
Okay, so
That's
he's
enough for
acknowledging
me.
that. Yeah, that's enough for a lot of people, but that's not how Nick views the world. So that's fine. We can agree to disagree and to snuggle.
And there's
When we
so
see each
many
other.
obvious, definite Christmas movies. Just watch those at Christmas.
There's not enough good ones, or not enough ones of the right genres.
Sure, there is. Sure, there is. Oh, you mean like action Christmas movies?
Action, and obviously there's a few horror Christmas movies, but like,
Oh, there's lots
Those
of
are-
horror.
but that's the thing is like, Black Christmas is not really a Black Christmas. At least the first one. The remake
the
added
original.
more Christmas elements. At least the first remake. I haven't seen the third one, but and then what? Silent Night, Deadly Night definitely is a Christmas horror movie. Like, because it's a Santa thing and everything. It's way more, I think. And I need Christmas Evil is on my list, but I imagine because it's in the title, it has to be pretty significant.
another one,
I didn't care for Violent Night, so
There's a new movie. It might be a year old. It's called Silent Night. It's like a revenge movie.
see, there's Silent Night that came out. That's a remake supposedly of Silent Night, Deadly Night, but it's also it has Malcolm McDowell in it, and it has it's based on an actual massacre that happened on Christmas.
Yeah, this movie came out this year. It's called Silent Night. And it's like this dude gets revenge against let's see. Ruthless Gain on Christmas Eve. A grieving father enacts his long-awaited revenge against a ruthless Gain on Christmas Eve.
Sounds like a remake of The Crow.
The Crow? He's still alive though.
In terms of
we
standard
don't know
Christmas movies, in terms of standard Christmas movies, though, there's a lot of the old classics, like the sentimental shit that obviously people
Well, that's what you're supposed to watch.
says you because
You got to
I
be
ain't
able.
watching
You got to be able to watch
Miracle.
it. You got to be able to watch it with grandma. That's
I'm not
the,
wa-
that's the test.
I'm not watching Miracle on 34th Street. I'm not watching It's a Wonderful
Remake
Life.
that shit, didn't they? That's a Wonderful Life's good.
I'm good though.
Now, if I want to watch It's a Wonderful Life, I'll just watch the Alf episode. It's basically a
I was
plot
about
for
to
plot
say-
remake. And I actually like Alf, so I'll just stick
Yeah.
to that.
It's a Wonderful Life, but with Alf. It's a Wonderful Alf.
Yeah, it's a wonderful Alf. As you can
If
see.
you can't watch it with your grandpa with dementia, it's not a Christmas movie.
Well,
How
Grandpa
about
doesn't know what Christmas is.
a
If they
very
wouldn't play
Harold
it on
and
the-
Kumar Christmas?
If it's not a
If they
Christmas
wouldn't play
movie,
it on
I
the
don't want to
Hallmark
watch it.
channel, it's not a Christmas
Oh!
movie.
What about the third Friday movie?
Is that about? Was that on Christmas?
Yeah, Nick,
Yeah.
what about that?
They get robbed. They get robbed by a guy in a Santa outfit the first night.
Well, that's about urban decay.
You haven't seen the movie, but it's definitely. I
No, I
can't
think-
remember
I think
if it takes.
I think I did watch the third one. I know I watched the second one at the theater.
The third one has Mike Epps and Ice Cube in it. Obviously, I mean, I think Mike Epps is in the second one too, right? Yeah. Plays Chris Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
What? They recast him?
No, he just replaced him with like his side character. You know, like,
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
yeah. But Mike Epps is funny too, so he's good in those movies.
Yeah, it works.
And he was in that Uncle Buck remake TV show that I never watched.
Yeah, it wasn't like a one season thing that just failed so bad people didn't even talk about it mainstream.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of TV shows, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
It's funny.
true.
How many movies had TV show spin-offs like Ferris Bueller and
Mhm. And we just try to ignore that stuff because we don't want it to taint the brand.
Taint.
Yeah. Or the gooch, depending on how you refer it. We don't want it to gooch the brand. All right. Well, I think next time we need to have an in-person slap fight and see who wins the holiday movie war. Because by this standard, Black Christmas should be called Black Winter Break.
Yeah.
Because that's what it takes place over is winter break. That's all it is.
It was called something else first originally. I can't remember what now. But
okay, another good one though. Just while we're on it's in the same wheelhouse. Trading Places. Christmas movie? New Year's movie?
Fuck no. Neither.
Okay, just making sure.
But it is fun to watch around this time of year because you get that one scene of him in the Santa outfit. But you can tell it takes place probably over from like November through January. So
yeah, the climax of the movie is the New Year's Eve party, and
it's a good seasonal movie.
Data. Yes, it is. It's a good time to watch this movie, but the changing of the movie could theoretically kind of move anytime.
So if the movie goes past Christmas, it's not a Christmas movie. That would work for Trading Places and Ghostbusters too.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of just holiday slosh out there you can watch any time of the year.
Think about that.
I'm not saying that's the only elimination, but if it goes to New Year's, it's not a Christmas movie.
Well, by that logic, Batman Returns could be a Christmas movie because it ends with him saying "Merry Christmas" and flying.
I'm not saying if it ends around Christmas, it's definitely a Christmas movie. I'm saying if it goes to New Year's, it's definitely not.
But if it ends on Christmas, there's a chance that it's a Christmas movie. It heightens the chance.
I mean, I feel like Batman Returns starts on the day after Thanksgiving by the lighting of the mayor's tree. I mean, just based on when that traditionally happens, right? It's usually the day after Thanksgiving.
Is that when New York does it? New York lights theirs the day after?
That's pretty traditional in a lot of areas, right? It's when the plaza lights turn on is the day after Thanksgiving or whatever around there. So just a good time for people to get out and do all that stuff. So I feel like, and that makes sense for the time frame that Batman Returns takes place over, a couple of months, a month, couple of weeks. I feel like that's a fair take at it. I don't know. Get in the comments there. Argue with us. Let us know if we're right or wrong and why Alec and I are always right. And Nick is sometimes right.
Interesting.
All right. Well, make sure you subscribe and hit that smash button.
Hit that smash
button. Yeah, that's our new catchphrase. Hit the smash button.
Smash that hit button.
Yeah. Smash the buttons. Break your keyboard. Throw it through the window.
Click that bean button.
Double click your mouse.
Click that bean button.
Your mother!